complete with DLC, the only show with difficulty settings. I'm one of your hosts, Jacob Griffin, and sitting across from me is the cracker, Brad Knight. He bought crackers today.
I did. I brought Ritz crackers today. This show is sponsored by Ritz. It's not sponsored by Ritz. Please don't sue us.
I'm white, so I can say cracker, right?
Yeah, I think that's how that works. And we are the two whitest people in a 5-mile radius.
We did it.
I think we're okay.
We bought that word back for ourselves.
Yeah. Marketing history books.
So, how have you been?
Not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, I've been playing a lot of games this week. A lot of games. And for better or worse, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that yet.
I guess I've technically played like 3 games this week.
That's not too bad. You play a lot of them?
Yeah, actually. I beat 2 of them. Might as well just get into what we're playing then.
Yeah, let's do it.
Brad, what are the many games you've been playing this week?
I've been playing a lot of shoot-'em-ups. And I hate shoot-'em-ups.
Like 2D shoot-'em-ups? Like,
all kinds. Galaga, Gradius, the Ikaruga series, the whole thing.
Ikaruga's my shiz.
I hate shoot-'em-ups.
How?
Because I suck at them.
Oh, alright, that makes sense. You suck at everything.
Yeah. So over winter break, I had an idea. I'm like, I want to make a game. I'm like, I want to make a shoot-'em-up. I don't know much about shoot-'em-ups. I suck at them, so why don't I make one? So I had an idea. What if there are other people out there who suck at shoot-'em-ups and hate them because of it? Maybe they need a game to train for shoot-'em-ups. So I was making a game that emulated the hardest levels of all the other most popular shoot-'em-ups.
Really?
Yeah, so you could use it as like a training ground. Like, okay, I want to play, the 4th level of one of the Ikaruga games. Like, okay, and I have to match the controls, not identical patterns and enemy spawns, but close enough
because that would just be copying, and then you get in trouble for that.
Yeah, it'd be straight copying, but close enough that if you could beat my level, you could beat theirs.
Right.
That was my idea. And oddly enough, the hardest thing to get down was the movement. Because
of
while
the other ships?
Of the character, of you, because while they all move in the same 4 cardinal directions, up, down, left, right, whatever,
or diagonal,
they all feel very differently. Some of them are bouncy, some of them are very tactile. It's weird to get them all exact.
Right.
But as research, I've been playing a bunch of shoot-'em-ups to try to...
Does Galaga count as a shoot-'em-up?
I'd say it counts.
I like Galaga. And I like Ikaruga, and I like Life Force on the NES.
Yep, that's a big one.
Other than that, I don't play a lot of shmups.
I don't either, mostly because, like I said, I hate them and I suck at them.
You just need to get better at things.
Yeah.
So is that all the games that you've been playing? Is just a bunch of shoot-'em-ups?
A lot of shoot-'em-ups. The normal
Heroes of the Storm and Hearthstone.
Well, no, I've been staying away from Hearthstone. Hearthstone's been annoying me, but...
Really?
Yeah, not a big fan of the game right now.
How long do you think it's going to be until we get Overwatch characters and heroes?
Oh, there's already one coming.
Oh, sweet.
The kind of flagship girl, Tracer, is coming to. I don't know when, actually. I don't think they announced a date for her.
I would have put the monkey in. The monkey's cool.
Oh, Wilson? Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've been playing a little more Fallout.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I tried to play that yesterday because Xbox Live was down. I just needed something to play. Yeah. Most of my games are online on Xbox. And so I went to go play that, and it got really framey, and I was just like, not in the mood to play this.
You're getting framey with me.
Yeah, because
you're gonna go sit in timeout.
I would literally get into like a gunfight, and it'd be like, I'd shoot, it like stutter.
You could see the individual bullets?
Pretty much, yeah. It was like I was playing Max Payne in slow motion.
Yeah.
Which didn't help me because I died immediately after, because the game, I guess, carried on after my frame stopped.
Yeah, I mean, my dad's way more into that game than I am. He's like level 50-something, I think, at this point.
Right.
And I'm like 28 or 29. I'm getting caught up with Minutemen quests.
I was doing those for a while. And then...
It's so annoying. Every time you get within 6 miles of Preston Garvey, he tells you there's another settlement to save.
You know what I love? I love whenever I get around Preston Garvey and he tells me to like after I've done his mission, he tells me again, there's a settlement that needs to be done over here. It's like, yeah, I just did that.
Yeah, like...
Because like they have their dialogue to remind you what the question on for them is.
Yeah.
That is just like when you walk past them, it says whatever they say. It's just... so stupid in the design of that game.
Why am I the damn leader? You're sending me all over the place. You're the one ordering me around.
Seriously, you should just be the leader, Preston, at this point.
Like, really. I mean, you got the hat. I mean,
I don't have. I mean, I got like I look like Mad Max right now.
Do you?
Buddy, yeah,
I look like Geralt.
There's like these leathers I found that literally make you look like Mad Max.
That's pretty cool.
It's sweet.
That's pretty cool.
I'm walking around the way too. Really?
Yeah, I'm having like a stupid amount of fun in that game. It's not.
I like that game. There's only like 3 good game modes though, so I get really bored with it really quick.
I play Fighter Squadron more than anything.
I love Fighter Squadron.
Love the ship.
Nobody I play with will play Fighter Squadron with me.
I honestly think it's the best game mode. I have so much fun with it.
I like Heroes versus Villains.
I haven't played that one yet.
It's literally just 3 heroes versus 3 villains, and there's like random soldiers in between. It's like teams of 6. Mm-hmm. It's pretty damn fun.
I haven't done that. I haven't done Droid Run, and I have.
My friend swears up and down that Droid Run is amazing, and I don't like it.
Is it? I haven't played it yet. What's the idea behind it?
You have to move a droid across the map. It's basically kind of like Capture the Flag, but with a droid.
Oh, okay. That's not.
Yeah.
Do they like, keep up with you? Do you have to like slow down for them?
I think you have to slow down and basically defend them. They have like a life bar on them.
That's annoying.
Yeah. Actually, no, I guess it's not like Capture the Flag. It's more like that game mode in Black Ops 3, if you've seen it, where you have to bring a robot from one side of the map to the other, that's an impossible game mode to play on Nuketown because it's done in like 30 seconds.
Yeah. Most game modes in Nuketown are done in 30 seconds. The map is just so damn small.
Man, I love playing, what's the game mode? The one with the ball.
Oddball?
It's like Oddball, but I can't think of what it's called. Uplink.
Uplink.
I like playing Uplink on Nuketown because there's a lot of nice wall running, and there's a real easy path you can take, but unless there's like 50 guys right at the front door, then you can't get it, where you could just jump through the top window, go out the backyard, and jump into the goal, and you get 2 points. It's so quick.
I think it's a testament to good game design when Nuketown has been reiterated 3 times, and it's still people's like favorite map.
It's in every Black Ops, isn't it?
Yep.
I just realized that.
I believe it's in every Black Ops. It came out in the first one. I think
yeah, obviously it came out in the first one. I think they did 2025 for the second one, and then this one is Nuke 3 Town.
Yeah. Because
for some reason in the future we use Leet Speak.
Yes. So what are you been playing this week, Jacob? I'm curious.
The real quick one I want to talk about that I did last night, which actually I had a lot of fun with, didn't expect to have as much fun with as I did, was I just drilled a little bit. I played Rainbow Six Siege with friends.
Really?
First of all, I was having really fun just playing the single player situations in that. Mm-hmm. Like we talked about one time, where it doesn't really have a campaign; it has training missions basically.
Yeah.
And I did the training missions, and it was so fun that when I finally got into multiplayer with like a full team of 5. I had the best time of my life last night.
That game seems really, really fun if you have people to play with.
Yes, it's so good team-based. Like when we're like, all right, we're all going to go in the room at the same time. 3, 2, 1, rappel through the window. So fun. Take out an entire team in like 1 second. Quick headshots. So good.
I think the only thing stopping me from getting the game was the fact that I knew I was never going to be able to get a team together to play with. So I'm like, all right, I'm not going to bother.
That's the thing, like with that game, like I really would say that if you don't have a full team of people you don't know, it's not going to be as fun. You could still have fun with it theoretically, but it's never going to be up to the levels. You don't get the
full game experience.
Yeah.
It's like Destiny in that regard, where like you can play solo, but if you have a group, then you can do the whole thing. You can do raids, and you have a lot more fun.
It's what I'm looking forward to the most with The Division this year, is I think that's going to be another really good team-based game. Plus, that game just looks incredible.
I am actually kind of excited for that game. I've never been a huge Tom Clancy game fan, but this one...
Really, you don't like Splinter Cell or Ghost Recon?
I never cared much for Splinter Cell. Ghost Recon I thought was okay.
The new Ghost Recon looks insane. Have you seen the trailer for that?
I haven't seen it.
Instead of it being like a military thing, you're like a tiny like Black Ops team, I guess, kind of, and you go in there and like kill like drug lords.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's nuts. You're like a team of 4. It's open world. It looks crazy.
Sweet.
You should look up the trailer. It's called Ghost Recon Wildlands. It's such a generic title, but
yeah, it is.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'll have to check that out. I've never been a huge Tom Clancy player, but
rest in peace, Tom Clancy.
Yeah,
he died
quite a few years ago now.
Yeah, I want to say, and I remember the weird thing about it was he has like the series of book about a character named Jack Ryan, and they made another movie about Jack Ryan, and the day he died, they released the trailer for the movie, the new one.
Jesus.
And they did like a rest in peace Tom Clancy thing. Thought it was really poor on their part to do that.
Yeah, I would say so. I would definitely say so.
It comes across as but the 2 main things I played this week was Uncharted 1 and 2. I guess technically Uncharted 3 in that Uncharted 1, I mean. Wait, did I say 1 and 2? I meant 2 and 3. But I guess Uncharted 1 was also in that meantime as well. I talked about it last week, didn't I? Whatever.
Briefly, I believe.
Yeah. I beat Uncharted 1 finally.
It all blends together after a while.
It's so much in the jungle with Nathan Drake that it just it blows my mind. So I finally beat all 3 of them. I borrowed the collection from my cousin, like I probably stated last week, because I wanted to play them before Uncharted 4 came out. I didn't think I'd finish it this quick, but I just kind of went on a tear through it. Uncharted 2 is still the best one. I don't care what anyone says. Like, Uncharted 3 is a good game and everything, and Uncharted 1 doesn't even really come up in the conversation. No. Because, like I was talking to you about before we recorded the show, it's basically like watching a TV movie that got, like, a big screen sequel. Yeah. It was, like, insane. Like, how much different Uncharted 1 is. It's so small, it's condensed, you're on this one island.
Do you think that 2 is better because of 1's lackluster performance by comparison? And you think that's why 3 is not considered the best?
Maybe that's the thing.
Because I think we talked about this last week, where it's a bigger jump from 1 to 2 than it is the 2 to 3, so 2 seems like the best out of the bunch.
That might be what it is, actually. Like, not to say Uncharted 1's a bad game at all, because it's not. It's perfectly good.
Fine game.
But if you've played, like, the other Uncharted's first, and you go to 1, it's very, like, different sort of thing. It's like, you can get through Uncharted 1 really quick, actually. Like, there's maybe, like, 2 locations in that game, I want to say. Like, there's an opening fight on a boat, and then there's another jungle that you're in, and then you fly to one big island, and that's the whole rest of the game. And then there's, like, Wendigos at the end, or they're not really Wendigos, but they look like the Wendigos from Until Dawn. So I was just like, oh, man, fighting a bunch of Wendigos. But, yeah, I finished that. Then I went to Uncharted 2, which I was so excited about, because I haven't played Uncharted 2 since it came out. And I just remembered how great the train sequence is. Guess what? It's still great. It's still amazing. That, like, literally, if I saw a movie scene of just the train sequence, I think I would, like, lose my mind. Like, it's insane. Like, he's hanging off the side of the train. There's a helicopter. It's nuts. I really want them to make a good Uncharted movie so we can get Uncharted 2, the movie.
I mean, honestly, they might just make Uncharted 2 the movie and not do the first one. Because, I mean, 2 is regarded as the best one.
See...
Is there anything that... I don't remember the Uncharted series very well. Is there anything that happens?
You need Uncharted 1 to set up the characters, I think.
So all the exposition is in the first game?
Pretty much, yeah. You kind of learn the most about... I mean, you could jump into any of the Uncharted games if you really wanted to. Like, you could jump into 2 and you would be fine. But you really need, like, that sort of setup to who, like, each character is. Plus, with, like, Uncharted 2, like, Elena isn't in the game until, like, a quarter of the way through it. Because... as she says, she's last year's model, and there's a new girl in the beginning. And I feel like you need Elena there, because I like a relationship between Nate and Elena a lot. And I think that the two of them are, like, the perfect couple, and they should just be together forever. But for some reason, they like to break them up at the beginning of every single game. I really hope Uncharted 4, they're just together. That would be nice.
A man can dream.
A man could dream that the love of Nathan Drake and Elena Fisher is finally realized on screen. But yeah, I really liked all 3 of them. Uncharted 2 being my favorite, Uncharted 3 being my second favorite, and Uncharted 1 being my first favorite. But I beat Uncharted 2 and 3 in the same day.
That's impressive.
Like, I just sat there and just played it, and it was pretty impressive. It got kind of hard because I was playing on normal, and I'm bad at video games.
I think I always play games on normal the first time, just because, I don't know, I like to play it the way they kind of intended it to be played. Just, like, as an average player. And then, like, if I want to, like, challenge myself, then I'll bump it up. Or I bump down for achievements if I want to complete the game.
Nice thing about Uncharted is they stack the achievements for
difficulty?
For difficulty. So, like, I beat it on normal, and I got 2 trophies, one for easy, one for normal, which was nice.
I love when they do that. So I don't have to beat the game 6 times. I hate it.
Yeah, you could theoretically just play it through once on normal, and then beat it again on hard just to get I guess the hardest difficulty now is crushing. So you could beat it on crushing. It was hard enough on normal, so I can only imagine on crushing.
Yeah.
I tried to do that one time for Infamous Second Son, because Infamous Second Son has the fun fact of being the only game that I've ever almost platinumed. Where I got every single trophy in it, besides the ones where I'd have to play through again and do it all evilly. Plus I needed an achievement to do it on very hard or something like that, or hard. And I tried to go do it again, And the second I got to a combat situation in the game, I died 50 times, and I said, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, I think that Metal Gear Solid 2, the Sons of Liberty game, completely warped my perception of difficulty. So at this point, any game on Legendary seems like a cakewalk.
Yeah, like you play Halo and you're like, yeah,
this is easy. What, the enemies can actually see me this time? It's fine.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
It's whatever.
Yeah, you take a step out of line in the Metal Gear series and it's over. So at this point, I'm speaking of difficulties in Halo, I'm actually kind of disappointed in the latest series. Legendary is not as difficult as any of the other games, really.
Fun fact, Veteran is still very hard on Call of Duty, though.
Yeah.
Tried playing the campaign in Veteran and died a bunch of times.
Yeah, I think the last Call of Duty I think I 100%ed was World at War. Or
Jeez, that's a long time ago.
I don't think I 100%ed it. And I remember going through on Veteran, and I can understand why the game got the nickname Call of Grenade.
Yeah, they throw tons of grenades in that game.
You couldn't sit still for 6 seconds without grenades being tossed at you, and it was the most frustrating thing in the world.
I wish Call of Duty had, like, a good cover system.
What do you mean?
Like, I see, like, the other characters in that game. Like, it tells you to take cover, like, if you're hurt. But, like, I see the other characters in that game, like, up against the wall.
I thought you meant, like, song covers. I'm like, you want, like, a better soundtrack?
Yeah, exactly. I want more Avenged Sevenfold in there.
They better.
Why do they put so much Avenged Sevenfold? I don't get what Activision's thing for Call of Duty with Avenged Sevenfold is.
I was probably just, hey.
They also love the Rolling Stones.
They do. They do love the Rolling Stones. But a lot of people love
I love the Rolling Stones, so I accept it. So...
Is that it? No, just the Uncharted series?
Just the Uncharted series and Rainbow Six is pretty much all I've played.
You went for quality, I went for quantity.
Yeah. I got some rich experiences.
I'll have to get to playing them, because I've never finished any of the 3 Uncharted games. I've played all 3, I've never finished any of them.
I'd say getting the collection is actually pretty worth it then. It's like $60, you get 3 games.
I mean, I have all 3. So.
Oh, you already have all 3 on PS3 already? Alright, then yeah, just play those. I didn't know if you still had your PS3 or had all the games on PS3. Yeah, just play them then.
I keep all my systems. I'm kind of annoyed. I lost my N64. I don't know where that thing is, but I want it back.
I still have all my systems, I think, besides my PS1, because I gave it to somebody. Because they needed a PS1, and I didn't need a PS1 anymore. Like, I have my PS2, and I don't have my GameCube anymore either. Yeah, my GameCube... I think I got rid of my GameCube because of the Wii.
I broke my GameCube, so I don't have it anymore. And I kind of wish I still did, because I love the GameCube. One of my favorite systems.
The GameCube is a great system. It had a handle.
Yeah, it did have a handle. Nice. It was portable.
It was always nice to carry around with you.
Got those stupid small discs, so that was always weird.
That was always the dumbest thing. I remember the first time I saw a GameCube and I saw those discs, I was like, what is this?
See, the first thing I thought that clicked in my head when I saw those, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. It's small, it has to be portable, so the discs have to be small. I get it.
But the boxes are still the same size. It doesn't make any sense.
I know. I'm trying to vouch for Nintendo here, and they're not helping me out.
Like, Nintendo's like, oh, no, we'll make the box. And you're like, hey, can you just let me, like, take care of it for you?
Shut up, please.
They couldn't just put it in, like, a jewel case, like a PS1 game.
Yeah.
Like, everything had to be, like, a DVD case.
Still my favorite controller.
Really?
Yeah, it's the GameCube controller.
I do enjoy the GameCube controller. I think my favorite's the 360 controller. Actually, no, the Xbox One controller, because it's just the 360 controller, but better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was holding the 360 controller the other day, and it feels weird.
It feels tiny.
It does.
Like, because now I'm so used to the Xbox One controller that I'm like, oh, this feels like a baby's toy.
Yeah, like, did my hands get fat? I don't know.
It's like because I have the iPhone 6 Plus, and then, like, I'll do something on my mom's phone. She has, like, the 5S.
Yeah, it's considerably smaller.
Like, literally, like, it's like this. I'm like, I touch, like, 5 buttons at once with my gigantic fingers. Ladies.
Jesus.
I'm joking.
Jesus.
So do you want to get into the weird-ass news we have this week?
Yeah, why not?
Brad, you read me that beautiful news sandwich you have there.
This news broke my soul.
Read it story for story. Don't jump around this time, because I want that beautiful news sandwich.
I will read it story for story, as much as this will physically pain me. So I want to remind everybody right at the start of the news segment that nothing I'm about to say is a joke. Every news story we're going to give you is totally legitimate.
This is not the April 1st episode of the show.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's a Thursday. I'm going to look it up.
I don't think it's a Thursday.
If it's a Thursday, we're doing a bunch of fake news.
Fair enough. I'll read The Onion all day and I'll report on that. So Final Fantasy XIII's Lightning, the chick with the pink hair, if you guys are confused.
Pretty hot. Yeah. And tempting.
She's a Louis Vuitton model.
Like the character is a Louis Vuitton?
Yes, like the character.
So she's like
She did a photo shoot.
She's like a Hatsune Miku.
Yes, she had an interview and everything, and holy mother of God.
I didn't know there was an interview.
There was an interview.
Is there a video of this interview?
Oh, I'm pretty sure there's a video of the interview. I think. I don't know. All I got was the quotes with the excerpts. Yeah, so I had to double check this because I thought it was a joke. So I checked. It was published in a I don't have it written down here. I think it was the Telegraph. I could be lying though. So in the interview, the label asked her about her upcoming projects. She responds that she's currently winding down after a long journey.
I hate my life. I'm about to leave this table. Right
Yeah. So they ask her what she's up to, and she says she's currently winding down after a long journey, which you can infer means the Final Fantasy 13 trilogy, which just concluded. Well, the 13 was just released in December of this coming December, so it was very, very recent. And what else do they ask her here? I have the whole thing written down. She says she gets the urge to put my life on the line again and test my limits. So again, you can infer there's another game coming, and not just like a Lightning game. She's going to be a cameo. One day, not so far in the future. This is quoting her, by the way. I will be out there again in the world of strife. But I won't be the same person I was before. I will return to my origins like a Mobius strip, but it'll be a new one who has evolved. I look forward to the day we meet again.
So she's probably going to be in 15 because 15 started as Versus 13.
It's possible. Now, people are thinking because she says Mobius and Strife that she's specifically referring to the two Final Fantasy games that are in development right now. The episodic mobile game Mobius Final Fantasy and the upcoming Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Why would she be in 7 Remake? She'd be in 15, if anything.
Well, they've already said to 7 they're adding a bunch of stuff. Like, they're adding so much story that was never in the original. So it's possible that they could put her in as either a cameo, as her own side story.
I would see her more coming into 15 because 15 started development 10 years ago, actually. I found out, fun fact, as Versus 13. So that game's been in development for 10 years.
Yeah, usually when games are in development for a long time.
It's not good.
Yeah.
See our good friend Duke Nukem for an example of that.
Yeah, that didn't go well. So, yeah, I don't even know what to say about this. The fact that she was literally she was holding, like, the purses and everything.
I kind of want to die.
That's not even the worst news story here, so.
I hate when video game companies do this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen them, like Playboy had a spread of video game characters.
Yep.
Like, I know Blood Rain was definitely one of them.
Yeah.
I forget who another. I like that voice. Yeah. I want to say Lara Croft, but I think Lara Croft is too good for that. So I don't know.
Only in the pointy version.
Yeah, it was during the polygonal phase where she had very pointy boobs where you could take out someone's eye with it.
Yes.
See Brad for a story about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that. I hate that.
People wonder why they don't take video game culture seriously. It's stuff like this, guys. Come on. What are you doing? You make us look bad. Stop it.
Like, we need more things that tie into the game correctly. Unless she's going to have Louis Vuitton clothes.
She better not.
She probably will.
I'll be very annoyed if that's the case.
What was I going to say? Unless she has Louis Vuitton clothes in the new one.
Are we saying that wrong? I feel like that's not fancy enough for the top end.
I think it's like Louis Vuitton.
I don't know.
I said Louis Vuitton.
That's what I've been saying.
And I was thinking of it
because it's spelled Louis. So if you don't want me to pronounce it Louis, then put an apostrophe or an accent or something.
It is spelled Louis, but I always call it Louis Vuitton because of the Hangover Part 2. So it's ruined my actual pronouncing of Louis Vuitton. I think it's Louis Vuitton though. But unless she's wearing that clothes in that game, why are we doing this? Like with Gran Turismo has like a thing with like a racing league.
Yeah,
but that makes sense because it's Gran Turismo. It's about racing.
I honestly think they just use this as a promotional thing, where they're trying to promote that she'll be in more games. Because as much as people didn't like the first one,
this is like how they did that weird Forbes article with Lex Luthor.
Yes,
that just came out.
Yes, that it's almost exactly the same thing.
Yes.
But yeah, I think they just use this as promotional material, where like, oh look, she might be in more games, but Square Enix has never been the kind of company that comes right out and says their intentions, so we're just left to guess. But we have a couple normal news stories before we get to the other stupid ones, so at least I can mentally prepare myself. So, are you an Amazon Prime member? I'm curious.
No, but I should be because then we get it free because it's school.
Yes, we get like a free 6 or 8 months or something like that, which you might want to get because Amazon Prime members now get 20%.
Is it just Prime in general or Prime Now?
Prime. It just says Prime in general.
Oh. See, because I read it wrong because they have this thing called Amazon Prime Now, which is only in certain cities, usually ones with warehouses in them. So we might be getting it soon.
Yes.
But where you can literally order something and it comes to your house within an hour. So I didn't know if that meant like only Amazon Prime Now members get it.
Nope. Amazon Prime in general, as long as you're a member, now or otherwise, now or later.
Man, I can't wait until Amazon comes here so that way we can get Amazon Prime Now and I can just get things in 20 minutes.
Yes.
It'll be the greatest thing in the world.
Like ordering,
Because we would live like 5 minutes away from it.
Yeah, it would be right down the street from us.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So Amazon Prime members get 20% off game orders and new releases.
What about digital codes? Because that's all I really care about.
Yep, as long as it's a pre-order. Pre-order or new releases. So, the Amazon defines the new release window as the first 2 weeks after a game's launch. The deal is valid for physical copies, including special editions, but doesn't apply to packages such as console bundles. So you can't buy, like, the Master Chief bundle for, like, an Xbox or whatever.
Or, like, the Star Wars
Yeah, like
PS4.
PlayStation 4. Yeah. So customers won't see the discount until the checkout.
That's odd.
Yeah, so you won't see it until it's... I think it doesn't check until you're a Prime member, until you're at checkout.
Yeah, I think that's
so
what
they
it is.
wouldn't go through the hassle of displaying the price if you're not even a Prime member. So they're applying the deal to all existing Prime member pre-orders. So this is... What's the word? It applies to all pre-orders
So you
prior.
get $3 off?
That if that's 20%. That's not... No. $60. It's $12 off.
I don't know why I thought $3. Oh, because 3 times 20. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So yeah, if you have a $60 game, you'll get $12 off, which is not bad at all. That's
Well, I mean, you would always have a $60 game, wouldn't you?
if it's not every game it releases $6.
I didn't know. Amazon sells like downloadable games or cheaper games.
Amazon sells everything.
I didn't know that they sold
Amazon sells
those. My
literally.
ankle is cracking like so bad.
I hope that isn't coming up in the audio. If it is, I apologize.
I hope it is, so that way you can know the pain I'm going through right now.
That must sound disgusting on the audio.
It sounds disgusting in my life.
Yeah.
Every day when it happens.
Well, maybe this'll make you feel better. I assume you pay for numerous subscription services.
I pay for Xbox Live and PlayStation Plus and Netflix and...
Yeah, so quite a few. Maybe you can add another one to your list.
Do I pay for any other ones?
I mean, you got all the 3 big ones. Huh? Do you have like Hulu or anything?
No. Does Spotify... Yeah, I guess Spotify counts. I pay for Spotify too. And I pay for... what the hell is it called? SoundCloud.
Yes. So, Origin Access is now coming.
It's just EA Access, but online.
But
on PC.
Yes. It's $5 a month, $4.99. It's the same price as EA Access, but the difference is you can't buy it in bulk like you can EA Access. You're stuck to the $5 a month subscription.
Oh, really?
You can't buy like $25 for a year like you could with EA
That's
Access.
a better deal.
It is. I guess that's why they're not doing it. So the perks include pre-release trials of upcoming EA games and access to the Vault, which is a collection of free full game downloads. There are 15 games in the Vault at the launch, including Dragon Age Inquisition, Battlefield 4, Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare, and EA says it's going to add more titles as time goes on. So Origin Access also offers a 10% discount on all Origin purchases, including full games. So if you're a big Origin fan, you like a lot of Origin games, it might actually make sense for you to get this, even if you don't use the Vault, because that 10% discount could mean...
I think you'd only really buy it exclusively for the Vault. The discount's kind of the added bonus there.
Well, yeah, it's a 10% discount, so if you're buying $60 games, you're getting $6 off. That's paying for your subscription.
Right.
So if you buy one game a month from Origin, then it makes sense for you to do this.
Yeah.
Just on the discount alone.
I fun fact, almost bought a subscription to EA Access in the month of November because they got a 10-hour trial of Star Wars Battlefront, and I wanted to play it really badly. But then I found out that you couldn't do it without having a credit card. So I had money in my account, and I thought, let's blow $5.
Nope. They want your credit cards.
No, but if I bought a year, I could have just bought the year. It's stupid.
Yeah. So on Origin Access, the Vault will not be limited to EA-published games. It's also going to offer the third-party titles. specifically, they mentioned 11-bit Studios' This War of Mine is going to be the first one available at launch.
Origin sells third-party games?
Yep.
I always thought it was just EA games.
Nope, they sell third-party.
So they're trying to be Steam, then.
They're making an effort. I don't know how well this is going to go. But
probably not well at all. Well, actually, no. Now that I know that they sell third-party games, maybe this could go pretty well with this 10% discount thing.
They have to add something in addition to kind of compete. So, yeah, if you're a big Origin player, this might be something you want to check out. As much as I'm sure people don't love paying for more subscription services, because God knows everybody has enough of them. But
I sometimes wonder why I pay for Netflix.
Do you not use it?
No, I use it, but I'm saying, like, every time I go on there and I want to watch something, they don't have anything I want to watch. I always end up, like, falling into the same stuff. Like, I'm going to watch a random episode of Family Guy now because I can't find a movie that I want to watch because they show me the same crap over and over again. Like that new Adam Sandler movie they keep trying to get me to watch.
What?
That cowboy one that they...
Hateful Eight? No, not Hateful Eight. The Hateful Eight's the Tarantino movie.
Yeah, right? The Ridiculous Six.
Yeah, the Ridiculous Six.
It's a Netflix movie and they keep trying to get me to watch it. I don't want to watch that movie. Netflix, get it through your thick skull.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever used Netflix to watch a movie. I've always watched like episodic TV or whatever.
Yeah, I do that majority of my time, but even still, like sometimes I just want to watch a movie, and most of the time they don't have anything I want to watch because they just have crap on that service.
Yeah, a lot of it's pretty bad. But you have Amazon Prime for movies, and you have
Oh well, yeah, I have to join Amazon Prime
and Hulu for the more strange people out there who like Hulu. But
Hulu's actually getting...
it's got some good stuff.
Yeah, well, they pretty much have all weekly TV on there, and they have like a pretty good selection of movies now.
Yep.
Like, it's pretty comparable to Netflix and Amazon.
Yeah, so good on them.
Oh my god, my ankles.
Yeah, please stop cracking it. That just sounds...
I'm not meaning to do it. I'm just moving my foot, and it does it because I fell out of a Jeep.
You did indeed fall out of a Jeep.
Yes.
So back to Final Fantasy again.
Oh, Jesus.
Talking about Final Fantasy 15.
Oh,
like you had mentioned, it's not going to have traditional difficulty settings. So there's not going to be any easy, medium, hard, legendary type thing. None of that. So essentially, what they said they're going to do is they're going to be 2 battle modes, each with its own level of challenge, different pace. One is going to be very slow, one's going to be very fast. So they said that regardless of how skilled of a player you are, you're going to be able to enjoy the game at a pace you want. Now, I'm hesitant at this, but I'm excited for it. Because I think it's a really cool concept, but I don't think they're going to execute it very well. There was complaints the last time this game was tested. I think it was at one of the conventions. They had tested the game, and a lot of people complained there were huge difficulty spikes. Like, apparently out of the blue. So they said they fixed that, and supposedly it's going to be a pretty cool system.
Weirdly enough, Final Fantasy 15 has been the only Final Fantasy game that I've ever thought about trying.
Really?
Like, I've probably played a Final Fantasy at one point in my life, and I usually just don't like that kind of game.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. But I like Kingdom Hearts, though. That doesn't make any sense. I probably just like it because it has Disney characters in it.
That might be it.
That probably is what it is.
I mean, you can play Final Fantasy 7, 10... and then if you want to try something a little different, you can play the 13 series, and then you've pretty much covered the bases.
Yeah, I've really been thinking about going into 15, though, because it looks interesting. Like, why are there cars? Are there always cars?
No. Well, yes and no. It's not. They're not.
I'm very confused on if that game takes place like in a medieval time period, or if it takes place in like the future.
Every single Final Fantasy is different.
Oh.
And they are pretty adamant that none of it's in the same continuity, in the same universe.
Right.
And so some of them are...
Unless they do like a 2 sort of thing, like 13-2.
Unless they directly reference another game and it's clear that it's a sequel, which I believe, to my knowledge, 13 series, the 13 trilogy is the only Final Fantasy that do that.
10 had
10 and
10-2.
10-2, yeah. But 10-2 was not... It's a full game, but it's not very long.
Right.
So you might not consider that a full game.
It's what we nowadays would call a DLC pack, probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's
probably like a $20 DLC.
Yeah, that's pretty comparable to that. So, this whole difficulty setting thing was explained over on their forum. So if you want to know more about this, because there were a lot of questions that were asked, and a lot of them were answered very well, you can head over to their forum, head to the Final Fantasy 15 forum, and you should find a lot of them there.
Is that Final Fantasy 15 forum.pizza?
Yes. That's exactly what it is.
That's the URL.
Yes. You can, don't type that in. I have no idea what's going to
I don't know what that brings you to. I would look out.
Yeah.
Imagine just like it's a hardcore porn website. Just someone bought that domain name just to to dupe people.
We live in a world where there are fictional characters that are fashion models. So at this point, nothing surprises me.
You're right. You win.
But in more exciting news that I'm really excited for, HTC Vive has announced their pre-order date.
Ooh.
Yes. Unfortunately, there's not much news to this story. All we know is that it's coming on February 29th.
Do we know the ship date?
The ship date, I believe, is somewhere in April or May, like they had stated.
Ooh.
Yes, they had stated previously there was going to be April or May, and they seem to be sticking to that. But the price is still unknown, so like Oculus, we're not going to know the price until the day of pre-order.
I feel like they're going to be very expensive.
I feel like they're probably going to match Oculus, honestly. I don't think they're going to go any cheaper.
No,
I feel like they could go cheaper, but they're not going to.
I think they're going to go more, actually.
Really?
Yeah. I think the fact of, like, I know, like, the way you explained it to me is that the lighthouse or so whatever is just like two boxes with lasers.
Yes.
And it measures your room.
Simplified version.
Yeah, and it measures your room that way. I feel like that alone makes it cost more.
I feel like if they had...
because of the technology that's just in that.
If they had... surprisingly, they're pretty simple, but what they do is not simple, but their design is pretty simple. But right. If they had come out prior to Oculus, like if HTC had been the first to market, I'm pretty sure they would have been more than $600. But I think because they see the outlash that Oculus has gotten because of that...
which makes you think they might go cheaper then.
Yeah, which I think because they know what kind of reaction they're going to get if they even match it. Like, if they match it, they're going to get the same hate that Oculus did.
See, the thing is, though, I don't think they will get as much hate as Oculus because Oculus has, like, these really high-end specifications to do it, and apparently you could run, like, the Vive on not anything, but you could run it on a lot of stuff. It scales very well, apparently.
Yeah, so,
it's the source engine. Oh, hey, look at that.
Yeah.
It's the source engine of VR tech.
And pretty much. Yeah, there have been problems with that with Oculus Rift, so much so that Palmer Luckey, the guy one of the co-founders, had come out and said that, hey, look, you can run Oculus on below the specs that we recommend, but we wouldn't recommend it because we don't know what kind of experience you're going to get. He's like, certain things, like if you're going to watch like a movie in VR, or you're going to do one of the nature experiences or whatever, those are not nearly as graphical intensive as a game. So a game, you're going to need the recommended specs, but anything else, then...
Why would anyone watch a movie in VR?
Well, there have been talks of doing, like, concerts.
That would be cool,
Yeah,
I
like
think.
concerts, like certain movies they've been thinking about doing in VR, and certain, kind of like anime, some, like, cartoons or whatever, where, like, it would direct with your focus. So, like, you would be in the world and you'd look around, and the world would react based on where you're looking. This is all like rumor and speculation right now. These things are in development. None of them are confirmed or be released yet, but that's the idea anyway.
You know what would be cool is if they made a VR sort of experience thing of Iron Man.
Oh, I'm sure that's
because that'd be cool. Like, think about it. Like, you get like the whole visual display of
like
the Iron Man
HUD
screen,
that,
like you're flying and stuff.
Yeah,
it'd be really cool.
I guarantee you, it's in development. Apparently,
if not, somebody's probably making like a fan thing for it.
Apparently, PlayStation VR has over 100 games in development, and Oculus has something similar.
And they have an experience thing too of that movie that they did where the guy tightrope walks the World Trade Center.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so they showed a video of people doing that, and it's crazy because like they think like they're actually gonna fall.
As someone who doesn't like heights, no.
Imagine that, just walking between the Twin Towers. How quick do you think until somebody mods that? If you know what I'm saying.
Almost immediately.
So,
I mean, here's another news story that you'd probably already heard about if you are in the gaming world. Sony attempted to trademark Let's Play.
I heard this, and I thought this was the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah. So Sony attempted to trademark the phrase Let's Play. And for those of you who don't know, Let's Play is a popular term used by a lot of YouTubers and people like us, even podcasters use the term, where, you sit down and you play a game with commentary. So whether it's you and a bunch of friends doing some jokey banter, or you're doing serious criticism, or whatever it is, it's just people doing voiceover, either live commentary or post-product commentary or post-edit commentary of a game. And Sony tried to take this for themselves. And it got denied, shockingly. But not for the reason you think.
You know what this reminds me of? is when King tried to trademark the word candy.
Yes, and didn't they try to trademark Saga as well?
Well, they did, but Saga seems less of a crazy word to trademark than candy.
Candy. Well, it's like trying to trademark trilogy. Like, you can't do that.
But you could trademark Thrilogy.
Yes.
Because it's a thrilling trilogy.
You could trademark a Thrilogy. So, yeah, it got denied by the company that does this. It's I forget the name of the company. It's the abbreviation is the USPTO. I don't have it written here.
The U.S. Patent Trade Office.
Yes, I believe that's it. So,
I don't know. I'm not sure if T is trade, but I know patent something office.
Yeah, that's right. So it got denied because there's a similar trademark already in place. Somebody else got to it first.
Rooster Teeth.
No.
Really?
It's since 2013 by Let's Plays of America. Let's with a Z. It's a Georgia-based company that organizes and connects video gamers with online and offline events. This is why it was refused. It has nothing to do with its popularity as an internet term. It's because this Georgia-based company already has it.
I love that it's Let's Play with a Z.
Yeah, it's Let's Plays of America. And they refused it because they said it was confusingly similar.
I literally can't breathe right now because I think that's so funny. Let's Play with a Z. That's like the Mountain Dew generation coming out.
Yeah, it really is.
It's like extreme.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the patent office's decision is not final. So Sony has until June 29th to appeal the decision. Otherwise, the decision becomes final. So if they don't do anything by June 29th.
I really don't think Sony cares that much about.
They tried to do it in the first place, so something tells me that they do.
Huh.
So they have 6 months. Right. To do something. So if they don't do anything, then the trademark is final and they can't get the trademark for Let's Play. But they have quite a lot of time to try to wiggle their way past. So it's possible we might be hearing about this again in the future. And if they do end up getting it, they do appeal it and they get it, then it's possible that we could see a similar thing with Nintendo with Sony that we saw with Nintendo. Where now Nintendo doesn't allow any sort of Let's Plays or any monetized content with any of their content. Because they consider anything that's made with their game their property.
Here's the thing, right? Sony seems way more like a forward-facing company than Nintendo does. Not to, I'm not trying to, dogpile on Nintendo. Yes. But Sony seems way more like they understand that Let's Plays are good for their business.
Which might be why they want to control them solely.
Maybe. Or maybe this is probably not it, but it could be that maybe they're trying to be the lesser of the evils to where some other company could buy it and do that, and maybe Sony just wants to trademark it just so that way they could be like...
So you think they're trademarking so other people can?
Yeah.
Guys, just keep using it the way you're using it.
Yeah, because Sony seems like the kind of company that would do something like that because they seem like real cool with their gamers and stuff, and letting them do what they want to do, like streaming from the system and stuff like that, and giving an easy way to record gameplay and commentary and stuff like that. And then, a lot of their games, have, at least this year, have, thrived on that sort of thing. Until Dawn wouldn't have been as big of a game as it was if it wasn't for the YouTube Let's Play community or the Twitch streaming. Yeah,
a lot of games... you could argue that the Five Nights at Freddy's series would never been anywhere.
Five Nights at Freddy's would be nothing. We wouldn't have 4 Five Nights at Freddy's plus a movie deal coming in a book if it wasn't for
the YouTube Let's Play community.
Yeah.
So,
Feuds in particular.
If I had to guess why they're doing this, it's probably because they want to make their own series of Let's Plays.
Yeah, maybe they have, because I remember back in the day when Sony used to make their own TV shows for stuff like The Tester. Remember that?
Yeah.
The Tester was awful. So maybe they want to make their own show called Let's Play.
Yeah.
And maybe they just want to trademark the name for that purpose.
Yeah. Which, if they do, that's a pretty poor decision on their part because Rooster Teeth owns the YouTube channel called Let's Play, and Dr. Pepper owns the website, so you're not getting it.
Dr. Pepper owns a website called Let's Play?
Yeah, it was a promotional thing to get kids to go outside and play.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
That's like Nickelodeon's Day of Play, where they just turn off Nickelodeon TV.
Yes.
And it's just a thing that just says, go outside and play.
I don't expect they're going to get the trademark, but if they do, that could mean bad things.
Could be, but I don't see it like that with Sony. If Nintendo was going for it, I'd be like, yeah, Nintendo's just
we're screwed.
They're become egomaniacal maniacs.
Yeah, they already think all content is theirs. So.
Even think about like Mario Maker's doing amazing because of YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube's definitely helping. I mean, it was played at Awesome Games Done Quick.
It was played at Awesome Games Done Quick and the Nintendo World Championship, and that did a lot for it too.
Yeah.
But I think having people be able to like go out there as creators and be like, I'm making this crazy level, here's the code, download it and play it.
Yeah.
Like these guys I listen to on a podcast, it's the Giant Bombcast from giantbomb.com. One of the guys on there does like live streams every weekend of him just making levels, and he did like this big like thing for charity where him and his friend went back and forth with levels that were really hard to try to get each other to like lose, and if one of them lost they had to donate all the money they got on Indiegogo to like a charity of their choice. So
that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet, and it's become a huge like kind of community in like the YouTube Twitch scene.
Yeah, I remember when the game first came out there was a really big following on Twitch. It was one of the top games.
I think it's still one of the top games. I think it's in the top 4.
It is.
The top one is still League,
yeah,
obviously.
It's like League, Counter-Strike, Hearthstone, and Dota are the top 4 right now, usually anyway.
And then
Mario Maker's almost always in the top 10.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, this is a wait and see thing. We're gonna have to see. A lot of wait and see in this news. We have to wait for the Vive. We got to wait for Sony to stop trying to trademark the things that we want.
We got to wait for more Louis Vuitton ads.
Yeah.
Is this another thing we have to wait for? Is this the end of the new sandwich right now?
No.
Oh, never mind then.
We have a
Here's the mayonnaise.
Yeah, we have the mayonnaise. We have another VR story. The Oculus Touch remote got explained because I remember last week we had mentioned that.
Is that weird like Wii remote thing they have?
No. Oh. It's essentially like a TV remote. Essentially, is what it is. We had mentioned last week that it comes with the Oculus bundle. You get the 2 games, the controller, and you get the Oculus Touch remote. But we never explained what that was or what it did, mostly because we didn't know. And Palmer Luckey did an AMA on Reddit. So if you want to know a lot more about Oculus, head over there and check it out because he answers a lot of questions, including why it's priced the way it is.
Yeah, like he was like, I probably shouldn't have came out and said that it was going to be $350.
Yeah, he realizes that was a mistake, but he defends the price point as what it is, and he doesn't regret doing that. So, I mean, good on him for not stepping down.
I don't think he would have stepped down anyway. I honestly I don't get why it's so expensive. Like I know they don't have factories, but they're owned by Facebook. They're like the richest company in America. They're the most visited website over Google, I found out, which is weird.
I mean, it's one of those things where the first iteration of any technology is always expensive, and this is the top end technology.
Right.
Like I said, you can't get any more ahead of the time, any more advanced than VR. So, I mean, to get the first generation of VR, you can expect it to be expensive.
Yeah, I'm not saying like this thing of like, oh, it should be like the cheapest thing in the world. Like I get why it's expensive.
Yeah. I mean, think about it like any other. I mean, I'm considering it like a new platform. It's like a system. So like while day one consoles might be $500, 2 years down the line at Christmas they're going to be $300.
Oh yeah, so, Oculus is definitely going to go down in price. Like I don't think it's going to be $600 for
very long.
Well,
we'll have to see what
maybe like Christmas next year.
It'll depend on what Vive does. If Vive severely undercuts them, they're going to have to do something.
Yeah.
But
PlayStation undercuts them too. They'll have to do something.
Yeah. Then there's a weird thing with the Oculus Store. So, I mean, that's all. When they say Oculus exclusive, they don't actually mean it can only run on the Rift. What they mean is you can only buy it on the Rift Store. That's the only place it's available. But it can run on any headset other than PSVR.
Yeah, because PSVR would have to go through the PlayStation Store.
Yeah, it's console locked.
And would have to go through their channels.
Yeah. It'd have to be developed specifically for that headset. So yeah, it's really weird.
Well, no, like you could port like from an Oculus headset to a PlayStation headset.
Yeah, but you'd have to actually
you'd have to actually
have to do the legwork.
Yeah,
that's annoying. But anyway, back to the touch remote. So they asked him a bunch of questions about it, and someone asked, "What details can you share? Does it include a gyroscope or an accelerometer?" And Lucky stated that no gyro. It's essentially the input set of Gear VR made into a remote. So those of you who don't know what it is, Gear VR is essentially where you strap your phone to your face. That's that thing made by Samsung. That was Oculus threw their label on.
It's just a Google Cardboard.
Yes.
Without a cardboard.
Yes. So Lucky says you are technically able to replace the battery, but included battery life should last about 4,000 hours of use. So that's not. That's. I mean, that's.
Does that mean active use? Does that mean just it's sitting there as well?
He doesn't say. And 4,000 hours is not as much as people think it is.
No, I know. It sounds like a large number.
People spend a lot more time playing video games than sometimes we like to admit. But the Samsung Gear VR, what he's referring to is there's a pad on the side of the helmet. The helmet? The headset. Yeah,
it's a special VR.
Yeah, that allows you to make selections in virtual reality by sliding your finger in different directions or tapping on it. Now, the remote is going to have the exact same function. So it's like a TV remote, except instead of buttons, it's all touch controlled. So you just like think of it like one of those old mouse balls. Like remember before mice could move, you just rolled the ball around. It's kind of like the same thing, or actually probably a better comparison is the Steam controller.
It's like the PlayStation touchpad.
Kind of, yes. So it does the exact same thing. So if you want to select what TV show you're going to watch in VR, you do that through the remote. So that's kind of what it is. That's all it is. It's a fancy remote. So I don't know if there was a price point given on the AMA. I didn't specifically look for that. But if there is a ridiculous price point on that, I'm gonna have a problem.
I thought it comes with it.
It does come with it, but I imagine you're gonna be able to buy it separately. Because what if it breaks?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to buy a whole new Oculus.
Who knows? Maybe it's like the Wii U gamepad.
Yeah.
You can't buy the Wii U gamepad separately, which is dumb.
Yeah.
Stupid.
So, like I said, if you have any questions about the Rift, head over to his AMA. You'll find it really easily. It answers a lot of questions, and I think he did a good job trying to appease the public. And now here comes the second.
Speaking of waiting for things, the beautiful bread of this new sandwich.
I hate everything about this story.
It's like white bread, but like perfect white bread.
I hate it. I hate this story. So, Goat Simulator and Payday 2 have teamed up.
Did you watch the trailer for this?
Yep, I watched the trailer and I regret that whole minute and a half.
I really liked at the end when they had the voiceover guy who introduces the heist to you go, this one's going to be weird, guys. I like that.
Oh, yeah. So, okay, what happens is now, I'm not joking. Literally, there is a Goat Simulator heist in Payday 2. It's a DLC.
I don't get how it works.
I have no idea, but it arrives on January 14th. It's going to cost you $7, and it's a 2-day heist.
No, the 2-day heist is a separate heist that comes with it, too.
Yeah, it includes a new 2-day heist, 17 items, one of which is a weapon, 5 more achievements, and 2 additional songs. So, I mean, I'll put the description. I'll put the link to the trailer in the description of the YouTube video, and I'll put it in the SoundCloud thing, or Jacob can put it in the SoundCloud thing.
I'll do whatever.
Because I don't even know what to say. It's literally, they're stealing a goat. And it's the goat.
Is that what it is? Is that the heist that they're stealing the goat? Yes, you're
stealing the goat.
I figured the goat was just along for the heist.
No, if I understand this correctly, you're stealing the goat. And I don't know why.
Payday 2's done stuff like this before, though.
Yeah, people are not happy about it.
I don't get it.
Because
who cares?
They don't think it should be paid for.
Why? Because it comes with 2 heists. It comes with this stupid goat one, and it comes with the 2-day heist. It comes with all these guns that they had to put time into making.
They had the problem earlier in the year. I believe we talked about it on one of the earlier shows, where they had the huge microtransaction backlash. Where
the fiasco.
Yeah, they had said, we're never going to do microtransactions. And then they did microtransactions, and the community...
This is basically comparable to a map pack.
It is, and people are now upset they have to pay for anything. You've now broken the trust.
These people need to... I noticed that in the comments, and I was like, these people, don't buy it if you don't want this stupid goat heist.
Yeah, it's completely ridiculous. I mean, whatever. I don't care.
But it seems like they complain on every video they make. Like, even stuff that's free. Like, they had, I guess, like a John Wick, that movie that came out with Keanu Reeves heist that came out or whatever. And that didn't cost any money, and everyone was up in arms about that, too.
Yeah, it's...
Like, you can't please their community, it seems like.
Well, definitely not now. Before, they were fine, but now people have joined on the let's bash on Payday 2 train.
I remember they had a Hotline Miami heist. That was pretty cool.
Did they? I don't remember that one.
It just had music from the game, and it was kind of neon, and you, like, destroyed a meth lab or something.
That's pretty cool.
And then they came out with a jacket character pack or something like that.
And Payday 2 has been very inventive in how they keep the game going, because the game's been out for a long time.
Yeah.
So they've kept it going for quite a while.
I wonder if this heist is going to come to the console version, because that was like the big thing for a long time, was like when it was on 360, like it had none of this update stuff that the PC version had. Then they redid it for next-gen consoles, and I wonder, and like it had all the stuff included in it when you bought it, so I'm curious if this is going to come to the console version too, or if it's still just on, like, they're focusing on their PC thing.
Probably. I mean,
you know they're making a Walking Dead game, these people?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I heard about that.
I was looking through their YouTube channel.
Supposedly this whole goat heist thing started out as a joke because they're both Swedish developers. So they both
Overkill and
Coffee
Stain.
It is
Coffee Stain.
It is Coffee Stain. They apparently, I guess they know each other. They've talked, and I guess they just decided to.
It's a fun idea. It's stupid, but it's
absolutely stupid.
It's absolutely the dumbest thing in the world. But I think it's a fun idea.
I mean, I have much less of a problem with this than I do with the Louis Vuitton fashion thing. So at least this is giving you content, and you get to screw around.
It's just cross pollination.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Who cares?
I don't. It's funny. It's.
I found out that they're making their own VR thing too, these guys. Or the company that owns them, Starbreeze, is making their own VR thing. It's called Star VR or something like that. And that Walking Dead game is going to come out on it.
No, I hadn't heard about this.
Yeah, I noticed it when I watched. It was like Overkill's The Walking Dead VR experience trailer. And I was looking at it, and it said like, to demo Star VR or whatever. I was like, this is weird. That they're making their own headset.
No, I haven't heard about that.
I'm sure it will work on other VR headsets, but
yeah, right now the VR community is very ambiguous. That's not the right word.
Yeah, ambiguous.
Is that the right word? Is that the word I'm looking
ambidextrous, for? Maybe.
I don't think it's ambidextrous.
Well, no, because ambidextrous means you can use both hands. So
you can use both headsets.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, sure.
I mean, there's like 8 headsets right now.
Oh no, wait, there is a word for it, but I can't.
I know there's a word for it. I think it's ambiguous, but I'm not an English major. Don't look at me.
It's console agnostic.
Agnostic.
Yes.
All right, fair enough.
Sure, that works. Whatever, let's go with it. Think about it, if you're console agnostic, it means you don't care about either console. Or like if you're agnostic, you don't really believe in anything. Oh no.
Is that atheist?
No, that's atheist. Agnostic means there could be something, there could not be. You're in the middle.
I don't know. Why have we gotten into this?
I don't know, because we were
yeah. But yeah.
I'm agnostic about this story because I don't really care. Well, I like Payday too, but I don't really care about this goat heist.
I think it's stupid. It's funny. It's goofy.
It's the same thing as Goat Simulator. It's stupid.
Yes. Which, ironically enough, Goat Simulator started off as a joke.
Goat Simulator is probably the dumbest $10 I've ever spent in my life.
Is it $10 now?
I think it was always $10.
It was $15 when it came out.
Well, it was $10 when it came to console because I bought it on Xbox. And it's probably the stupidest purchase I've ever made because I could have just waited and got that weird bundle thing that had like Goat MMO and Goat Z.
Yeah. Well, that's the end of the news. That's everything I have. I could have kept looking. I had to stop.
Well, just quickly talking about, I guess, the other big news story. This is not part of the sandwich. This is the chips on the side. Hitman pre-orders have been canceled on PSN. I guess that game's only coming out on digital until it's fully released. Then it's coming out on disc.
As far as I'm aware, yes.
That's what I've heard. So, yeah. The pre-orders have been canceled on PSN. The developer tweeted that it's still coming out on March 11th, and not to be worried, they're just redoing their pre-order policy, I guess, or something.
Yeah, I don't know the specifics of
something
it.
About it. But if you already pre-ordered it, you also got canceled too, so I assume you got a refund, or at least I hope you did.
Yes, if you didn't, then you're probably up in arms about this.
Yes.
But I seeing as I only saw a little bit of blip on the radar for this, I imagine refunds were distributed appropriately.
I mean, I saw it in the it got into the Facebook feed of news stuff, so it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
People know Hitman.
Hitman's always been a pretty popular series.
Hitman is a popular series. Speaking of popular series, how about a popular game show for you, Brad?
Why not?
It's America's favorite game show. It's Armenia's favorite game show.
Armenia.
It's Norway's favorite game show. Romania, favorite game show. Are you ready?
Yes.
For Well, That Sucked. Welcome to Well, That Sucked. I always just drop my phone in between the sound clip. Welcome to Well, That Sucked. The way the game works is simple. I give Brad 3 randomly selected games, and he has to tell me which one is the lowest rated on Metacritic. I can give him no help besides a brief description of the game if Brad asks for it, although he never really asks for it. Brad.
I'm pretty well versed in my games.
Except for Twisted Metal, apparently.
Yes.
Brad, are you ready?
Yeah, just give me a minute. I need to mentally, heal myself from collecting that news.
Yeah.
I got the Louis Vuitton story and the Goat Simulator story back to back, so it was just...
And then you were like, let me build a beautiful new sandwich out of this.
Like, I can't handle both these at the same time. I need to space them out. But I'm good. Let's do this.
Okay. Round 1.
Round 1.
I like that you do that. See if you can figure out the theme. Dead Rising. Okay. Oh, no. Yeah, whatever. Dead Island.
Zombie games. Okay.
Left 4 Dead. But, Brad, it's actually a beautiful trifecta of themes, if you really think about it. Games with dead in the title. Zombie games. First in the series.
That is correct.
Boom. You know what this is? This is the triple threat round. By that I mean you get no extra points for this. It's just I like to call it the triple threat round.
Fair enough. I don't know. So it's Dead Island, Left 4 Dead, and what was the third one?
Dead Rising.
Dead Rising. All right. I'm tempted to go with Dead Rising without even thinking about it, because I know Dead Rising did not do well when it came out. No, is it Dead Island that I think sucked when it came out? Maybe it is Dead Island.
Which one are you thinking Dead Rising is?
Okay, it was Dead Island, because then they had that weird... Was it Riptide was the other one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And they always have amazing trailers for those games.
Yeah, I remember. The only thing that sticks out is... the reason I remember that game is because Achievement Hunter had a video of Jeff watching the trailer.
And it was like a little girl died, and he's just like, I can't do this.
He lost it.
I remember I saw that trailer incorrectly the first time, because apparently the way the trailer works is that it goes backwards.
Yeah.
And then it flashes to other things. But I saw it in the way when it goes forward, because someone edited it to go forward, and I didn't know that there was a difference, because I just watched it on IGN. So I figured it was just the trailer. And I watched it in the weird way first, and then I saw the reverse way, and I was like, what the hell's going on here?
It really sucks that it...
It didn't come together.
Yeah.
I remember after that trailer came out, they were like, we're going to make a Dead Island movie.
Yeah.
And then nothing's come of that.
No, you're not.
No, you're not going to do that.
I think I'm going to go with Dead Island, just because I think, honestly, that just was not a good game off the bat. The first Left 4 Dead was pretty good, I think. Yeah, I mean, I think it was pretty good.
It was great.
I don't know too much about Dead Rising, but I imagine it was a pretty decent game.
You know, lock that in?
I'm going with Dead Island. Let's do it.
Brad.
Yes.
You're correct.
Oh, nice. I got worried there for a second.
Yeah, you like that? You like how I did that? Yeah. I'm a real game show host.
Oh, great.
Oh, my ankle. It really hurt. Yeah. Round 2.
If Bob Barker couldn't walk proper, then you'd be a real game show host.
Yeah. Round 2. You going to give me my round 2?
Round 2.
You sound like a Japanese game show host.
It's my dream show.
Midnight Club Los Angeles. Manhunt. Bully.
Midnight Club Los Angeles. I don't know what
Lesser Rockstar Games.
Is that a racing game?
Yes.
Alright, so it was what I thought it was. So Bully, Midnight Club Los Angeles. What was the middle one?
Manhunt.
Manhunt.
Don't get me wrong. All good games. Lesser Rockstar games, though, because they're not Red Dead or GTA.
Alright.
Or Max Payne.
So I think... I don't know. I'm torn between... Actually, I don't know anything about any of these. I know
about Bully?
I know what Bully is, and I know what Midnight Club is, but I don't know about the middle one.
You don't know Manhunt?
No.
Manhunt was a game that's literally just about you murdering people and making a snuff film out of it. Bless you.
It's okay. I muted the mic.
It's just a game about making a snuff film. Are you gonna sneeze again?
I'm gonna sneeze again. My mic's muted right now.
His mic is muted right now, and he looks like he's about to just cry.
I'm gonna die.
Okay. Yeah, so you get, like, kidnapped by, like, a director or something like that, and then you're forced to just murder people. Like, in, like, gruesome ways, like a bag. You strangle people with it.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The murder bag.
Like a plastic bag, and, like, you strangle somebody
That's not even environmentally friendly. Come on.
No, I know, right? It's gonna, like, kill, like, an orca whale or something.
Exactly. We're gonna murder the turtles, too. It's 2 for 1.
I saw a turtle who, like, grew up with one of those things around its neck.
I saw that too.
And it, like, grew into it.
Oh, it was so gross.
Oh, it was disgusting and terrible to look at, and it made me feel really bad.
I know, it was awful.
Like, it was like a baby turtle that got, like, wrapped into it. It was disgusting. Ugh. Anyway, now that we talked about horrific mutilation
turtle violence
of turtles.
And not on the mutant kind.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I see what you did there, Brad.
Yeah. I don't know. I I think it's going to be Bully, but I don't want to pick Bully. Because I think Bully was... I enjoyed Bully, so I'm not going to...
Bully's awesome.
Yeah, I'm not going to pick
I wish they would make another Bully.
I'm surprised they haven't, actually.
I don't think they ever will, honestly.
No.
I don't think that game did well enough
to warrant a sequel.
Yeah.
And it's way too past its time. Like, if they're going to make a sequel, they would have done it already.
I mean, look at Max Payne 3, though, for Max Payne 2.
No,
Took them a long time to make Max Payne 3 and came out and it was great.
That's true.
Much like everything Rockstar makes. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm a huge Rockstar fan.
Oh, yeah, he's
I've drank the Kool-Aid on Rockstar games.
Yeah, a little bit of a Rockstar fanatic. I think I'm going with Manhunt. Because I remember Midnight Club.
Brad. You're right.
Am I? Yes. Yeah. Woo!
Yeah, that's...
You know what I realized? We haven't been guessing the scores.
Oh! Shit. You're right. Okay. Tell me the score for Dead Island, then.
72.
61.
Okay, a lot worse than I remember.
Dead Rising... did I say Dead Rising? I meant Dead Island.
No,
Whatever.
I think you said Dead Island.
Whatever, then. If I didn't, then...
My guess doesn't change.
Yeah, your guess still change. You still won. Dead Rising is 85, and Left 4 Dead is 89. With this one, tell me what Manhunt's rated.
79.
Close. Very close. 76. Minute Club Los Angeles was the second with 81, and Bully was highest with 87.
Sweet.
Round 3. See if you can figure out the theme here.
Round 3. That one was not as good as the other two.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't as loud.
Yeah, no, I'm not happy with that one.
Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. Don't ever interrupt me again. Skate 3. The Simpsons Skateboarding, which I found out exists today.
Yeah. So Simpsons Skateboarding, Tony Hawk, and Skate was the other one?
One of the later Tony Hawk sequels, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, one of the later Tony... Which Skate was it? Skate 1? Skate 2? Skate
3.
3? Skate 3.
I love Skate 3.
Skate 3 was... Okay, so it's not Skate 3. I think that's...
Yeah, I just needed a third skateboarding game, honestly.
Yeah, so it's either Simpsons or Tony Hawk. And I know people do not speak highly of the later Tony Hawk games. Jacob being one of them.
Yes.
He's a very big Tony Hawk fan who was disappointed.
I think after Project 8, everything went downhill. Even though American Wasteland was before that, but it wasn't very good either. At least from what I remember.
I don't know anything about the Simpsons game. What is just a Simpsons skateboarding game?
It's in a way, I guess it's basically just a Tony Hawk skin with Simpsons characters on it.
Okay.
I found out the Simpsons have done many things in video games.
Yes, the Simpsons are well versed in the video game world.
For
better or worse,
more than you'd expect, I think.
Yeah, they have a GTA clone. I think it's called Hit and Run. They have a...
I think it's called Hit and Run?
I believe.
I believe you should know it's called Hit and Run.
I'm not a big Simpsons fan, so I don't know.
It's the best Simpsons game besides the Simpsons game and the Simpsons arcade game.
You see, when you say something like it's the best Simpsons game, people will say, okay, there can't be that many of them. No, there's a lot.
There's tons.
There's
like ones on like the NES. There's ones on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, they've been around a while.
I want to say there's one on the I want to say there's one on the original PlayStation.
Probably.
Tons on the PS2. That's where this comes from.
Okay, I think it's gonna be Tony Hawk.
Brad, you could have had the trilogy here, but
It was Simpsons, wasn't it?
Obviously, it was The Simpsons. Can you tell me what The Simpsons is rated? I feel like you're going to give way too much credit to The Simpsons
63.
Here. Oh, man, you gave way too much credit to The Simpsons.
What?
38.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not.
Wow, okay. Shame on you, Simpsons. I got, distracted by your hit and run and your other Simpsons arcade game, the beat 'em up.
Yes, it's a good game.
Yes, those are good games. I expected the same level of quality from you, and I'm disappointed.
All right.
I want to reprimand them.
Get off your soapbox over there.
Get off my high horse?
Yes.
Make sure not to injure my ankle.
Tony Hawk's American Wasteland was a 77, and Skate 3 was the highest with an 80. You won the game this week.
I did. I got 2 out of 3.
You won a special prize.
Oh, fantastic.
It's this Star Wars Episode 1 cup with Anakin in his pod racing uniform, and on the other side it has Sebulba.
It looks like a sippy cup that's missing its top.
It probably was. I got it when I was a kid. It's one of my favorite things I own. So now it's yours.
I appreciate that. It means a lot to me.
Yes, it should. Brad, why don't you bring me home with the spiel?
All right, let's do the spiel. So, if you want to get in touch with us at completewithdlc@gmail.com, you can do that. You can send us some emails. Ask us questions. Give us reviews. Maybe you just want to have a friendly chat. I'm up for it. I don't care. We're on iTunes and we're on Stitcher. Please leave us a review. It means a lot to us. We're taking in all the feedback you guys give us. It means quite a bit, and we're listening.
I just realized I haven't even looked on Stitcher to see if we get reviews on there.
Shame on you.
I should look.
Shame on you.
I didn't use Stitcher that much.
For shame.
Get out of my house.
Oh, God. We're on social media. You can follow us at Complete with DLC. I almost said at gmail.com.
I was waiting for it.
I halted there for a little bit. We're on Twitch. We're on Twitter. We're at YouTube. And we're also on SoundCloud. That's where our RSS feed is hosted. So if you want to get it from its source, you can get it at SoundCloud.
I want to get it out of the factory where the sausage is made.
Get it hot. But you know what they say, once you know how the sausage is made, it's not quite as good. So, I believe that's everything for the show. We're on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and SoundCloud at Complete with DOC at everything. Please leave us reviews, give us suggestions, ask us questions, anything you want to do, we're happy to listen. Jacob, if they want to get in touch with you, where can they do that?
I was just going to say, I don't know where to look at reviews on Stitcher.
They have a comments button.
Yeah, I know, but I can't look at it. I can't look at it on the app. Is my point. You can find me on any kind of social media at itsjgriff, ITSJYGRIFF. I completely updated a lot of
MySpace.
Stuff. Yes, my
and
MySpace.
his LinkedIn, actually.
Yeah, actually. So if you guys want to hire me for a job, like you want me for your kid's birthday party, you can get me on LinkedIn.
Plays a great Santa. It's really weird in like the middle of June he's playing Santa, but I mean he does a fantastic job.
And I don't play Santa. I play myself because kids want to meet me. I bring them sippy cups with Sebulba on it.
Yeah.
Just look at Sebulba.
Oh, I'm looking at him.
He's just like, oh, Anakin, like that, like clearly was like a photo shoot where like he didn't care. He was like, I want this helmet off of me because I'm a child and I don't care.
Yeah, he's not happy.
He's not.
I guess that's supposed to be a serious face, a game on face.
Yeah. That cup's fantastic, though.
Yes, it is.
Just because it exists, and I own it.
I'm going to start finding obscure social media sites every week and ask you if you're on them.
Yeah, you should. I am on Bumble, which is like Tinder, but girls have to talk to you first. So you want to find me on there, you can do that. I didn't
even know that was a thing. Okay.
Yeah, it's made by the people who made Tinder. I only joined it to try it, and it's terrible so far.
Fair enough.
Brad, where can I find you?
If you want to get in touch with me, you can do that over on Twitter at Kalgne, Kalgne. I'm also on Twitch, but I'm not doing too many streams right now. Mostly because not having two monitors is really annoying, so I have to kind of sort that out before I can get back to streaming. I tried it with a single monitor. It works, sort of, but it's really just more aggravation.
Just use your phone.
I don't like using my phone.
Just use your laptop.
I don't have desk space for my laptop anymore.
Put a little chair on the side of you with
I can't.
What do you mean you can't? Get like a folding chair. You don't have a folding chair?
Okay, so the way my space is set up is I have my bed on my left. Mm-hmm. Directly on the side of that is an L-shaped desk. I have a corner desk.
What do you have in the corner?
The desk. The desk fits in the corner. In the corner of the desk is the Xbox One.
Bradley.
On the side of that
That was what I was asking for, was what was on the corner of the desk, like on the L part.
I mean, you can have corner desks that aren't in the corner. I figured I'd specify.
When I meant by what was on the corner of the desk was what was on the L.
The Xbox One. And on the side of that, I have that giant Halo 5 collector statue.
Move that somewhere else,
I don't have room for it anywhere else.
Think of it like Bikini Bottom. Pick it up and move it somewhere else.
Besides, I like it there. It's kind of cool. You can use them as bookends, but I don't think I'd ever do that because then I'd kind of ruin them, and I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. But, listen, I have a lot of Halo memorabilia that I don't have a lot of space for. I still have to build that stupid Guardian thing. It's taken a long time.
All right, wrap up. Let's go.
But anyway, yeah, I'm on Twitter at Kalgne, Kalgne. I'm on Twitch at the same name. Yeah, that's about. And if you want to direct a question from me, I'll probably be the one checking the show email. So just direct the question at me, direct it at Jacob, and we'll make sure it gets sorted appropriately.
Direct it at the show if you want it to be answered on the program.
Yeah, I forgot to mention in the show's spiel, if you want us to read anything you say on the air, just make sure you specify that somewhere in the email. If you want us to omit anything, again, make sure you specify that.
If you want to be hip-hop anonymous,
yes,
you can be hip-hop anonymous.
If you'd like us to come up with a funny name for you instead of using your actual name, we can do that as well. I like being creative. It's the only enjoyment I get out of the show is making the episode titles. I'm curious, Jake, what's our recording time at?
We're at about 1 minute, 14 seconds.
Wow, this is probably one of our shortest shows to date.
No, 1 hour, 14 minutes, not 1 minute, 14 seconds.
To say, I mean, I was going to leave it alone. Just let you. Jesus.
So we're all set.
I think that's everything.
That's everything.
I swear to God, if I find any more Louis Vuitton stories next week, I'm done.
We'll call it the
We're
Louis
pod
Vuitton.
fading. It's over.
We'll call it the Louis Vuitton update.
Yeah, great.
This has been Complete with DLC. I'm Jacob Griffin.
I'm Brad Knight.
Thank you for listening.